Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Pisces. If Pisces is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and let's see what we have here tonight. What do these tea leaves have to say? Okay. All right. So, let's see. Our card for tonight is the High Priestess. And so we are in connection with our intuition, our higher thinking, our abilities within the great arts, initiated, self-initiated, moving in your power. Okay, so let's start right here. We have a person who has maybe like a large dress or cloak, some kind of flowing garment, right? The head is here, and then we have a child who is kind of standing, maybe holding hands with this person and pointing. All right, so we definitely have a youthful energy accompanying you. I see this, and I see a person who is somewhat guarded, right? Kind of likes to be, have some kind of, something between you and the rest of the world. You like to kind of be hidden away, maybe not noticed as much. This is like a security for you, okay? But then we have this child who accompanies you, and this could be that you actually have a child, somebody who is younger in your life, or this might even be that interior child. And we definitely have a very curious posture here, looking and pointing. What is that? What are they doing? What is going on over there, right? A lot of questions. And so we have over here, it looks like a boat, and it has maybe two people on the boat there. And I want to say that I see another boat over here. So I do think the boat theme, which has to do with movement of energy, maybe moving literally in the material world, moving to a new job, a new place to live, moving on from a relationship or some kind of dynamic. Whatever it is, I see that it almost looks like you have all of your stuff packed and you're ready to go. Okay, kind of over whatever that situation is. And I really think with that High Priestess energy, okay, there is a sense of, well, we think of like lifting the veil, right? The initiation process, seeing something beyond that kind of curtain, the mystery being at least the beginning of the mystery, beginning to be exposed, or you are beginning to think that you see or understand something deeper. Something that maybe had been obscured before. And as we know, if you are an initiate of any kind, that the mysteries are probably infinite, right? There's so many veils to be lifted. But it's interesting because there's this kind of juxtaposition with that energy and then this kind of, what is the word? Shrouded person. Okay. So, and I think that this is not an uncommon theme, even for, magicians or occultists or any kind of magic practitioner. Part of the work is in your seeing, then also becoming more stealth and less perceivable in the material world. Okay, and these are some of the first things that you will work on in most systems, is learning how to kind of blend in, to camouflage yourself, to not really be a caricature of what we think of as like a wizard or a witch or some kind of oracle or something. Usually it is that you camouflage yourself as just a normal typical uninteresting person, and move throughout without being noticed. This is also, you can see this in kind of the like holy people, holy practitioners that kind of follow that path of the Fool, and being kind of unhomed, or at least looking as though they are not, you wouldn't think that this person is an angel, and they are, right? There's kind of that I don't know what it is, the cliche or whatever of proverb, maybe, I don't know, but of the an unhomed person truly being an angel. So we must watch out how we treat all people. But this is also a lot about being somebody who has abilities and being stealth, so that you can practice without that eye looking over you, right? So anyways, we have that energy. Now we have the boat, and we have the energy of the high priestess and moving as you must, doing what is necessary. And this is definitely the energy, not only of the high priestess, but I would say very much that empress energy as well. Any person, feminine, masculine, or otherwise, of any kind of position, there is that underlying necessity to do what you must, to do the things that don't come easily to most people. Okay. And so, I don't think that this isn't an oddity for a Pisces person. I think that you will make the hard decisions and you will go, you will stay the course. And so when you know that you have to move on in some way, you have to change things, you pack up that boat and you get in it and you move along. It maybe is not, what you want necessarily, or what you had envisioned, but you will do what you have to do. You're not going to sit in something that does not serve the greater purpose. Okay. And so, let's see. I wanted to look at, yes, we have a snake, a serpent. We have a bird. Okay. And then we have the boat again. And so I do think that there is, with the serpent, a great wealth of very core knowledge coming. if it's not already here. But there has been an awakening. There has been an alignment. There is that spiritual download, and you are operating off of that higher thinking, that daemon, that guardian angel, kind of an ascended, activated sense of being, right? And with the bird, we know these are messages. There are messages. So you will continue to get these downloads, okay? And I think that they are coming through clearly and freely. They are free to move through and to you because you have alleviated the blockages that you had before. And these are things like, right, conditioning, constructs, living confined to the should'ves, the would'ves, the could'ves. Well, these things have been, purged. They've been unblocked. And so now the messaging is coming through very clearly. And this is a great psychic time for you. And I think that you very much, you know this, right? And that's why we have these boats, because you are moving with the energy. You are taking this information, you are processing it, you are transmuting it into wisdom, and you are making use of it, okay? I would not be surprised if you are moving into some kind of career path that has to do with these deeper understandings. Coming to a point in your life where you have decided, yes, I'm good at this day job I have. I might even really care for it a lot, but I also need to make space in my life to do this work that is so central to my spiritual well-being. And I think that you are definitely going to be able to make resources doing these kinds of things, healing, art, whatever it is, making music, healing people with music. I have this kind of strong feeling of being very dedicated to kind of raising the collective consciousness. Okay, so educating other people, maybe having some kind of seminars, or building some kind of temple, or whatever it is that really speaks to you. But I could see that this is something that is not only important, it is vital to the way that you want to live, that you must live, right? It's not really so much of a choice as you have to do it, just like you have to breathe, just like you have to eat and sleep and so on. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here? Oh yes, I wanted to look at this. We have, and it looks like that person, that kind of mother figure with their child. Now, the child is kind of laying upon, it looks like a nest here, okay? And I imagine kind of coming to this restful state and beginning to dream. And as we look up, I see this great scorpion, okay? And I really think that I really feel this deeply. There is some kind of entanglement with a Scorpio person, or at least the beginnings of. And I really want to say this clearly. I would beware of this relationship, this forming partnership, whatever it is. I'm not saying that they are going to do anything terrible, or that they're not, an upstanding person or anything like this. I just feel that there is something something misaligned in this connection. And I think that you should really just take your time and keep your eyes open. Okay. And when I look at this, and I really feel like this is even something that you have dreamt about. This is something that you feel, you know, we're so conditioned to accept people into our lives, even if we feel like it might not be a right fit, or there's something about them that kind of repels you. And I am a person that really believes that we need to be accepting of all people for, whatever it is. If we understand it or not, if it makes sense to us or not, if it is aligned with our own understanding of the world or not, we must be accepting of our, fellow beings. Okay. But that does not mean that you have to bring them into your personal life. If you feel uncomfortable, or, there's just something about this person, you don't even know what it is. Maybe you do know what it is, but you feel like, oh, I shouldn't judge somebody. Okay. Yeah. Don't judge them. Don't harm their path, or their ability to have a good life or whatever. But you don't have to bring them into your personal life. We are very conditioned to bring everybody in and, try to, there's a difference between honoring our neighbor and our community, and bringing people into our sacred places. Okay. And I say that not as like a real establishment, but into our homes, into the time that we spend throughout the day. These are sacred spaces for each of us. We have only only so many moments in the day, and we cannot just spend that freely. Okay. We can spend it freely. We can't just spend it frivolously all the time. Okay. And, there are people, they take up a lot of your time. Okay. For nothing, for nonsense often. So I just want to say, keep an eye on this person. And it is a Scorpio, or somebody who is like a scorpion. They have an energy that is maybe very intriguing, right? I don't know about you, but I think, spiders, scorpions, whatever, these kinds of really interesting looking insects. They are beautiful. They are, amazingly created and evolved in such a way that is just quite beautiful often. But am I going to go like grabbing them and touching them and holding them? Probably not. I don't want them in my house necessarily, at least a scorpion, but I'm not going to hurt it, right? So, we can keep our distance, and that's okay. You're allowed to do that. Now, let's see. We're going to go over here. Let's go over here. This is getting dry anyways. One of the hard things about switching from having the AC running to it not running is that everything dries out faster. It's a little bit warmer. The air's pretty dry now. And as you can hear, I'm a little bit sick. The voice is a little bit iffy. Okay. So I'm looking at this, and they are reminding me, if you've ever been into like a place, and I'm thinking of as a child, one of the places that I lived was in the mountains of California, near Lake Tahoe. And they did a lot of gold mining and mining up in these areas. So there are a lot of open mines. But a lot of them, they would, not put a lot of, at least back when I was a kid, a million years ago, they would just basically board it up, you know, and there would be signs there, you know, do not enter or whatever. And I look at this and I'm seeing there seem to be signs all over. These do not enter, or enter at your own risk, or, you know, whatever. An open pit here. And so I feel like you have a lot of, there are a lot of messages coming through to you. The universe is really looking out for you. Now, are you listening? I don't know, because there's so many messages. I'm wondering, like, what are you doing? What have you been doing that you are getting all of these kind of warning signals going off? Here comes Titi. There's my warning signal. Here comes Titi. Oh, Titi, my little girl. Hi. Did you come to say hello? Come here. You can sit on my shoulder while I do this reading. The rest of it. Come on. Get up here, girl. You little baby. Okay, so I'm looking at it and I'm just thinking. It looks like we have a heart right here. But as you can see... Oops, no, don't fall all the way down. There we go. We got it, TT. As you can see, it's kind of fractured on that one side there. So, you know, I think that I would feel that this is maybe a matter of the heart, or at least there's some kind of fondness or empathy you have for something or somebody in your life. And it maybe is, you know, your judgment isn't the best when you're in an emotional place. And I get that. I'm the same way. I definitely am. So, you know, just go slow. Okay. This is the big message here. Go slow. Think about what you're doing. Run it past somebody in your life that you trust. Somebody who has your back. Somebody who will tell you what's up. Right, TT? Yeah, she agrees. She's purring. She agrees with me. Okay, so we have the Dreamer's deck, which is 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams from the I Know collection. And I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to stop where it feels right. I'm going to turn this over and we will read this together. It says, I know that I do not need to avoid making others uncomfortable by playing small. I am taking up space. Yes, I love it. No meekness around here, right? And this is really the energy. I feel like this is, you know, right, TT, come over here. It's easy to, I don't know, get into a passive role with people. You're hurting me. That hurts so much, TT. I'm going to let you go here. No, don't growl at me. Oh, that girl, she is fickle. She doesn't like it when I tell her she has to go. She gets upset. Okay, so, you know, I think it's easy. I understand it. I do it a lot myself. I just kind of get into this passive position. You know, I try to be accommodating, nice, kind, whatever. Not kind. You know, the kindness is just, I try to be kind. But in these situations, overly nice maybe. very agreeable, and it's just to get through the situation, right? Because it is like a defense mechanism to just smooth things right through so I don't have to stop and talk to somebody for too long. And, you know, I don't think that there's anything too wrong with that. But when you get in a situation with somebody who's going to take advantage, or they kind of think you're a pushover, or, you know, whatever it is, that's when it comes out, right? That's when you like really gotta show, like, I'm gonna take up the space I need to. I'm gonna move how I move. I'm gonna do what I have to do, and you know, and that's what it is, and that's how it is. So, so yeah, you know, just. Be wise, be wise. Do the science, as they say. All right. I'm going to say thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it really helps the channel out a lot. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. They mean so much to me. All right, Pisces, we will talk in just a few days. I thank you again, and I love you, and take care of yourself, and don't be afraid to take up space. Do not.